Good Friday morning, everyone. We've got an amazing, beautiful sunrise. It is just gorgeous. Yes, we still got a lot of smoke in the air, or that wouldn't be as red as it is. But isn't that just beautiful? I hope you're having a beautiful morning today. Well, good evening, friends. Another smoky sunset. My peas are... Oh, good grief. You know, I'm trying to pick peaceful, quiet, and there goes somebody very loudly. Anyways, as I was saying, the peas are doing well. They're also falling over, and they are getting into the tomatoes. I'm going to have to work on them tomorrow, getting them moved around, trying to move them around. Let's see. Yep. I thought I spied one. There we go. That one's big enough to eat. I already picked and ate 3 of them. Peas are really starting to produce now, which is good. I've got some peppers on my peppers. Look at that. I finally got peppers. And these tomatoes are still, well, they're still there. Still green. I'm waiting for them to get big enough to start turning red. They're supposed to be red ones. Everybody else is starting to put on blossoms. So, and these ones I finally took the cage off. Well, let's see if they can take off and grow. They had a late start this year, so they may not do anything. Got wee baby tomato. Got more tomato flowers. Oh, look at that. My sun gold has its first little baby tomato. Now if it just get big enough. Those are my favorite. Usually this time of year, by this time in July, I'm already been picking and eating tomatoes and peas, and everything's just a little late. May was a bit cool. I broke my wrist and was a bit late getting everything out here. So, but even the first part of June was a bit cool. Yep. Let's see, how many tomatoes do we got on this early girl? Well, we got a couple down there. Got another one here. I hope they just get big. The eggplants are just growing. I don't know if they'll ever do anything. Oh, got another stick in my garden. Anyways, but yes, these are my red bell peppers. And these ones, oh God. I wish the birds would leave these tags alone. Sorry about that. My thumb accidentally stopped the video. Yeah. Giant Marconi. They're also a sweet pepper. They're not very big yet, but they get really big. At least my mom's get really big. Yes, I am going to get a few pictures of her garden to share with everybody. She heard that on one of my videos. She was asking me today, are you going to come and make a little video about my garden? I said, yes. I said, how about tomorrow? So, tomorrow I have to go make a video about my mom's garden. And share it with you. I think she's eager to show off her garden. My rhubarb is doing good. Did have one that got snapped off, I think, by all those winds we had. Another one's kind of half snapped, as you can see. Winds were really bad. which is why I have such a large brush pile. A lot of these branches were blown out of the trees, my big trees, and see where the wind just ripped these branches right off the tree. And I got my truck back. I almost think I could drive it. I had some hoses in the parking spot, and so when it got brought back, it was parked over here in the grass. So I had to move my hoses and then back it up and then park it straighter. And I think I did okay. My arm is still not ready to really grab that steering wheel when I have to shift, but giving me another couple weeks and I might be able to drive the truck again, which is good. It's got air conditioning. Need to get the air conditioning in my car fixed. It's also got better tires. Tires on my car are almost bald. But yeah, I need to get my hose turned on here. I decided not to use that because it was too wide and I wasn't getting enough water pressure. I had to go back to the narrow little hose. But I need to water my little trees. I finally cooled down outside here enough that I can go and water my little trees. Oh boy, I need to give the birds some more water too. Oh god, I can't turn that on with my left hand. Ooh. Left hand not gonna work. Pumpkins are taking over. They're taking over the lawn as well. Anyways, my neighbor did get my mower going again. It was the spark plug. He replaced the spark plug and poof, it just starts right up now. Oh, those tiny little first berries of the year. I've missed out on a lot of them because I haven't been able to get into my raspberries, but there's a couple little ones. Little bit of sweetness for the evening. Tastes good too. Little tart. Tiny little tart berries. The big berries are coming on here. New canes, you get the big berries. Old canes, you get tart, tiny little berries. Oh boy. But yeah. Another little tart, tiny berry. Yep. Tastes good though. I have no idea what's going on inside here. Ooh, I think I saw something. Folks. Let's see if I can get a little closer. Look what we have down here. We have a baby pumpkin. Whoa, I knew I've seen some female flowers, but that is awesome. A baby pumpkin. We got babies. We got a baby, at least one. Probably more. There's no real way to tell once the vines fill in. It literally, see, got some female flowers right there. Nice little pumpkin wannabe. But once they start setting the female flowers, yeah, you know, it's only a matter of time before you start getting baby pumpkins. That is so exciting. So the Howdens and the jack-o'-lanterns are already setting fruit. That is good. I don't know. The Big Macs are just growing and taking over. I don't know if they've got female flowers yet, but the vines sure are getting long. Yep. I'm thinking these volunteers that I planted over here and over there, this set of volunteers and this set of volunteers here, I think they might be Cherokee bush tomatoes. If so, then that row, back row that I put, let's get closer, this back row that I planted all with Cherokee bush, they all look like Cherokee bush. They're not, the 2 tires that I have volunteers in, they're not vining out, they're more bush. And that's how Cherokee bush grows. That's why it's called Cherokee bush tomato. Pumpkins. Ugh. Jeez. Yeah, Cherokee bush pumpkins. But it looks like the volunteers that I have here and this volunteer here, they're not really vining out. You see there's a female flower here, but it's more of a bush. So I think these are actually Cherokee bush. The rest are Big Macs. Big Macs are related to Atlantic Giant. They're not quite as, they don't get quite as big as the Atlantic Giant, but they do get big. I'm gonna have to come out tomorrow and do some vine redirecting. That's where I try to direct these vines to grow where I want them to grow. Yeah. As it gets longer, I will continue to move it towards that tire. This tire towards there, or if I can, I'll try to redirect it into the center there. But yeah, the Howdens and the jack-o'-lanterns have now taken over. They're setting fruit. We should get lots of baby pumpkins in this area at least. And hopefully a few on that area and a few on that area. Oh yeah, and not to forget, this row here is the one that has all the white pumpkins. So, that baby we saw, I think it's a jack-o'-lantern, but it could be a white. It was right in between the 2 rows, so. We'll see. We'll see. Looks like October's going to be nice and exciting. Oh boy. Well, the apples on this tree are starting to ripen up. They're a little buggy and they're a little because I never thinned them. I just haven't been able to get out and do much with the broken wrist. But I do come out and you can take these little apples and you just cut out the bugs, and the rest of them are pretty darn good, you know. I might occasionally pick up 1 or 2 of the nicer ones. We had nicer ones fall off. The wind blows them off. See, that one's got a piece of grass stuck into it. That's how hard the wind blew it. It might be a little buggy too. Good apples though. These are good eating. We never could figure it out. My dad's always said they were either McIntosh or Jonathan's. But I know this apple tree was probably planted about the same time my house was built. And my house was built in 1940. So that gives you an idea of how old that tree is. Okay. Ooh. Leave my apples there so I don't forget them coming back. And besides, trying to carry 2 little apples in my hand is making my hand hurt. I sure got busy all of a sudden outside tonight. I think I'm going to go get my hammock, drag it over so I can lay down here and watch the sun go down. I'll show you a little something. Yep. See? Hardly any tread left on there. Yeah. Bald tires. These are the fronts. The backs aren't quite as bad, but they do need to be replaced. They're also getting pretty shallow. And you can't even hide your fingertip in there. Told my daughter I'd try to come down and visit next weekend. I have to take my car, it gets better gas mileage. Boy, but trying to find a way to stay cool. I've actually looked at the as seen on TV aisle. Because I've seen these cooling fans. I don't know how well they work. Oh boy. Now that is something to look at that. Nice red sun. Get a close up of all the bugs in the sky too. Okay, I'm gonna have to figure out how to get that little spot off. Well, I accidentally flipped it around trying to zoom back out. But yeah, all these little bugs that are hovering around here. I don't know if you can see them. Now look at that sun. But yeah, all the little bugs that are zipping around, not that far away from me, under the trees over here. I don't think you can really, the camera doesn't really pick them up. They're right in this area. Yeah, there we go. Those are all elm seed beetles flying around. They're not gnats, they're not mosquitoes, they're elm seed beetles. Teeny tiny little beetles. They are so obnoxious. And they get in your hair, they land all over you, they don't care. And you don't want to squish them, because if you squish them, they stink. Oh, this is life. Laying back in my hammock, watching the sun go down. Now this is peace and quiet. So, I'm going to try to go down next weekend. My birthday's next Saturday. And see my family. I doubt I will get a birthday party or presents or anything else. I'll get lots of hugs though. And that's pretty much what I'll get. And I've really, really missed seeing my kids, my grandkids, having vehicles that can't make long road trips, and then breaking my wrist. Kind of put a damper on my plans for making at least once a month trips down to Utah to see everybody. Like I said, I'm gonna go to Walmart in their, as seen on TV aisle. They've got these little fans. They're battery operated fans that are rechargeable, but they're supposed to use electricity to cool the air. So they blow cool air, and I'm going to see if I can put one inside my car and see if it will actually cool me off and the inside of my car off, since I don't have any air conditioning that works in my car, and I don't have the finances available to me to get it fixed. And the peace and quiet gets broken up by a passing car. Oh, well, the sun is looking amazing. I'm going to turn you guys back around again. Let's take a look. I'm laying back in my hammock, so you're seeing it through the grain and the grass. A lot of the grass we have around here is in the smooth brome family, but a lot of it is also Colorado blue stem wheatgrass. Fast growing, easy to establish, hard to get rid of if you don't want it in your gardens and your flower beds. And if you keep it mowed, it makes a fairly decent lawn. If you don't keep it mowed, it's 5-foot tall hay. Oh, let's get up so we can get a better perspective of the sunset. Yeah. I wish the colors would pick up as red on my phone as they do. Oh God, trying to use as they do on in real life. That thing is really dark red, but it still emits enough light that the lens picks up on the light, so you only see the red around the edges. There we go. You see the red in the clouds. That's what the sun looks like to me, is that red that you see in the clouds. Well, we had a great sunrise and we got a great sunset. And now I've got to go and see if I can edit this little video, which isn't going to be super exciting, or it's just calm and peaceful, more or less. Ignore passing cars. Have a great weekend, everyone, and hopefully I'll have something else out for you on Sunday. Talk to y'all later.